This is Charity Daniels with the Daniels team. Let's talk a little bit today about prepaids and taxes. Oh my! Why, when I'm a buyer and I'm at the closing table and I look at all of the money that I'm bringing, does it look like I'm paying prepaids, taxes, and insurance 2 times? What's up with that? Let me tell you, rest assured, you really are paying them twice, sort of, maybe 1.25 or 1.5 times, but you are seeing it twice on the closing disclosure. So let's talk about that and dig into what those numbers actually mean. Are you ready? First, the bad news. For every homeowner in this country, and probably most others as well, you are required by the government to pay your taxes. You can't not just show up or not pay your taxes. I don't feel like it this year, or I don't have the money this year. You're required to pay your taxes, or those unpaid bills are placed as a lien against your home, and they can make selling your home down the road much more difficult. It's no fun to try and sell a home with a $50,000 tax lien on it, I promise. So if that's taxes, what about homeowners insurance? Are you required to pay homeowners insurance? Well, if you've paid cash and you're like, I can replace this later, who cares if something happens to it? I'll just dig into my own cash and pay it again. Fine, go ahead and not have homeowners insurance. However, for most of us living in the real world, you're going to want homeowners insurance. It's there for a reason. What if somebody gets injured on your property? You have homeowners insurance coverage for that. Of course, it is always a great idea to carry homeowners insurance on your home. You're not legally required to have it. The government won't make you do it. But it is a protection put in place for you, and it's a very needful one. As much as we all love to complain about insurance companies, we need them. Now, what if you have a mortgage on your home? Guess who expects you to have homeowners insurance? That's right, your lender. Your lender wants to know, because they own 80%, 50%, maybe 95% of your home. They want to know that their investment is protected, and they expect you to pay for that protection. Because they're loaning you the money to purchase the property, they want you to pay for that protection. So how does this work? Why are you seeing taxes and insurance on your closing disclosure 2 times? Well, the first time is you're paying taxes from the day you purchase the property up to the end of the year, or the end of the next billing cycle. That one's pretty easy. The attorney's office prorates it. Everybody's happy. The seller pays the portion up to the day you close, and then the buyer pays from the day you close to the end of the year. Great, that's easy. What about homeowners insurance? The lender wants you to get 1 year. You pay for 1 year of coverage right up front. So it's on there at least once, a full year of homeowners insurance and the remainder of the year on taxes. Prepaids. This is where it comes up on the bill the second time. So you've paid for this year. Now you've got to start putting money aside for next year. For a lot of mortgages, particularly if you own less than 20% of your equity, the lender requires you to place these prepaids in escrow so that if something happens, the lender, with your money, can pay your bills. It's called a budget mortgage. And it's really great. It'd be ideal for somebody like me who's terrible about paying bills on time. Shh, don't tell anybody I said that out loud. But I have to work hard to pay bills on time. I love automatic bill pay. This is kind of what this is. Your money is set aside by the lender in a separate account called an escrow account. That's just where anybody puts other people's money. It's in there, it's your money, and your bills for your insurance and your taxes are paid out of that money by the lender. Prepaids. Let's talk about where they appear on the second line of your mortgage. First of all, let's go back a little bit into the mortgage business, the lender's business. If you own less than 20% equity in your home, the lender is usually going to require you to do what's called a budget mortgage. The budget mortgage is where you pay your principal, your interest. It's a lot of interest right up front. That's a whole different conversation. And then your taxes and your insurance. And so all of that's rolled into one mortgage payment. Great news for you. Guess what? You don't have to remember to pay your insurance. You don't have to remember to pay your taxes. This is really great for the lender who doesn't have to rely on people like me who might forget to pay their bills. All right, so back to our budget mortgage. Taxes and insurance, that's your money. The rest of it belongs to the lender. This is your money that the lender holds in a separate account for you called an escrow account. And so they collect that money a little bit each month so that they can pay your bills, taxes and insurance when they're due. How great is that? You don't even have to think about it. Your bills are just paid. That's a win-win for you, a win-win for the lender. However, at closing, the lender needs to pad that account a little bit. They need a certain number of months. So to collect these bills, lenders collect additional money. They're placed in this escrow account. It's your money and it's used to pay your bill. When the tax and insurance bills come due, the lender then pays those bills, your bills, on behalf of you with your money, which they've been kind enough to be storing up and holding. So back to the closing table. Great, you're at the closing table, you've paid for 1 year, and you've paid for the remainder of the year of taxes. Now, they're wanting to start building that cushion for next year so that the lender has a set amount and they're able to pay those bills for you so that their investment and your investment is ultimately protected to the best of their ability. That is why you pay taxes and homeowners insurance and flood insurance, we forgot to even mention that, at the closing table. Not once, but twice, because you're building up for next year.